Okay, and we are live. All right, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. Oh, I hit something. Hold on. What is that? I don't know what I did. Okay, anyway, welcome to my channel, guys. And I would like to introduce to you guys Cece Gilchrist and Michael Woods, their life partners. And Cece was a military veteran, and I'm going to let her introduce herself and her life partner. Go ahead, Cece, take it away.
Hey, hello everyone. Hi, thank you for having us, Tina. We really appreciate it. We're so excited about this opportunity.
Yes.
My name is Ola Gilchrist. I was born and raised in Northwest Florida. I have three children. I spent 21 years in the U.S. Army. I did 10 years active duty, almost 11 years in the reserve. So I retired back in March of 2021 from the reserve. This is my partner, Michael Woods. He is a former DOD civilian. He has worked for the government for many, many years. And anything you want to say, babe?
I just stopped working. I got tired of working.
How does that feel?
We back
You
in
just
America.
stopped. I say, how does that feel?
Yeah. Huh?
I said, how does that feel? You just said, I just stopped working.
It wasn't just overnight. I did think about it. I did talk with my partner about it, you know what I'm saying? But then anytime you get frustrated at a job, I think it's time to step away before you really hurt somebody. And so that's my personal opinion. I'm just being blunt, and I hope that don't offend your viewers.
No, you good.
Hey, like you getting so frustrated at a job where you want to put your hands on somebody, it's time to take a little break. It's time to step away, come back to the drawing board, see what you can do better for yourself or what you can change with job wise. And so that's what I've done. I just said, hey, okay, I'm done. I'm put in my 2 weeks notice. Now I never just left any job. I always put in 2 weeks notice and, done the proper thing to do or whatever. But yeah, I just went ahead and just left the military, DOD civilian. I left that. And then I went to security and then ended up leaving that. But I love security overall.
Hold on, y'all. I'm having a malfunction. Hold on.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh, what is going on here? All right. All right, we good. My husband set everything up, and he done plugged in the wrong darn plug. I'm looked up and my battery say computer battery low. I'm like, low? No, we can't be having no low battery right now. Wait a minute. Not the middle of my doggone interview. We good now. All right, continue, guys. This is good.
Yeah, he basically retired himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, once I retired, I had always wanted to just travel abroad on my own terms.
Yeah.
I also wanted to live abroad. During my military career, the only overseas duty that I had was in Hawaii. They consider it overseas, even though it's a part of the U.S. So that's the only place I lived overseas. I had visited Germany some years ago. And I think that's probably when my love of travel sparked, when I visited Germany while I was on active duty. But yeah, I just wanted to travel on my own terms. I wanted to see what else was out there. Yeah, and so we started traveling. We didn't travel the year that I retired. We traveled in 2022. We went to Ghana, Costa Rica. Then 2023, we went to Mexico. So whenever you're ready, we can go into all of that.
Okay. So tell me, how was it in Hawaii?
Oh, Hawaii was beautiful. This was before him and I was together. I was out there from 2004 to about 2006.
Wow.
I had my first child out there at Triple Army Medical Center. I was assigned to Pearl Harbor. I worked with the Navy, even though I was Army, I worked with the Navy at their Defense Finance and Accounting Service office. It was beautiful. It was nice, but it was expensive. Very expensive.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I, we went and visited there. We were there 10 days, I believe it was. Yeah, it was. And we went to Honolulu, and it was beautiful. In fact, I loved it so much, I signed up for school online there, went to school online in hopes to convince my husband to transfer to Hawaii and let us leave, because my husband is a former Air Force. And he works for Bureau of Engraving, so he's in the government now. So he's in his last year of retirement. So I've been trying to, girl, Lord have mercy, I've been trying to get him to retire and move abroad somewhere. I'm like, okay, since I can't talk you into Gambia, can we move anywhere? Just anywhere to get me out of here. Of course, it's not working because you see I'm still here, right?
Oh.
And the bad thing about it is he lived in the Philippines when he was in the military.
Really?
Yes.
Did he not like living abroad, or like what's going on?
When he was there, they were in they had a coup or something over in the Philippines, so they were locked down on the base. Something happened, with the locals, and they were locked down on the base, and he just did not like that feeling.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so that's since then he's just been like, it's nice to visit, but I ain't trying to live there. So that was his experience. So okay, so let me I'm getting to my questions now.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you answered one question already. Okay, so share with us, in your opinion, and both of you all can answer this question. In your opinion, what does it take to move abroad?
Ooh, okay. So I would say that it takes a really good plan. First of all, if you're gonna move abroad, you want to make sure you save some money, or that you have some source of income, some source of residual income. You also want to make sure that you visit the country where you're thinking about, moving. Go do a recon, go check it out, go see what it's about. See if you can survive there, so to say. Also, you want to, if you can apply for residency in said country. We never applied for residency in any of the countries we lived or visited. But there are some benefits to that. I don't know them all, but I know there was a lot of people in Mexico who had the temporary residency, and they were able to do certain things. Also, you want to try to learn a little bit of the language, at least the basics. If they don't speak English, if you're going to a Spanish-speaking nation, at least try to learn the basics, introductions and greetings. Where's the bathroom? Things like that. You ain't got to try to learn the whole thing, but at least the basics. And then, Google Translate can make up for the rest. Right. Do you have anything you want to add, babe?
Me personally, I agree with her. Google Translate don't always work, or interpret what you're saying. So it would be best. I didn't pick up none of it. That's why I stayed my butt in the house. Because I wasn't trying to learn a new language. I was over there because my partner was over there, and I loved it. Now, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm just at that point where, hey, if it's hard, I'm trying to take life easy. Just go with the wind and be simple. And again, I don't mean to offend nobody, none of your viewers. I ain't racist, but they come over here and don't learn the language. So I'm gonna go over there and I'm not gonna learn the language either. And I'm just, That's just, I'm gonna get along with everybody just fine. Use my Google Translate. If it's not working, hey, let me get this one right here.
Body language.
You know, and that's just me. You know what I'm saying? When you come and you meet me in person or whatever, this is me.
Yeah.
I don't want to put on for nobody, no camera, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you doing your research or you looking at YouTube or whatever, all of that stuff is good, but just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Do what you feel is best for you. Only you know your lifestyle. You can't go to these foreign countries thinking that, hey, American attitude is going to get you by over there. Yeah. Because it's not. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You find yourself in a lot of trouble going to these foreign countries and carrying that same mentality that we have over here, there, no matter where it's at. I don't care what country it's in. You can't do that. You got to change your morale and have a sense of direction where you want to go and what you want to do and stuff, and just accept their way of living. Yeah. A lot of us don't accept that. Yeah. Their way, I think they made up the word come when they want to. Where they I don't want to say the other word. That's why I'm saying that. They have an appointment.
Mañana time.
Mañana. Yeah.
We're going to get to that, though.
Okay.
So, you know, but overall, I loved it. I can't complain about the house that we stayed in, other than not being able to touch the toilet paper, but I loved everything else. It was beautiful.
You can't wait, but you see my eyes?
We're going to get to all of that. We got the pros and the cons listed out.
Okay.
Let me add something for the preparation. Okay. So, you know, if you know that you have health issues, you want to make sure wherever you're going, they have good doctors, good medical facilities. If you have children that you're moving abroad with, you know, you want to make sure if you want them to go to like local schools or international schools, you want to make sure that stuff is in place. Or, you know, if you're going to homeschool, decide how you're going to how you're going to school your children if you're bringing children abroad. So, I just wanted to add that.
Okay, so what made you really pull the trigger to go? Okay, you're talking about it. You got your idea, and then we pulling the trigger.
So what really made us pull the trigger, I think for one, it was retirement, because I was free, free at last. Thank God, free at last.
Both of y'all look too young to retire.
Huh?
Both of y'all look too young to retire.
Well, I joined the military when I was 17 years old. Okay. So I gave Uncle Sam my youth. So, you know, I got to retire at 38. So,
Wow.
But so retirement, we couldn't travel that first year that I retired because I was sick. I had gotten sick from some Western medicine. I was sick that whole year, 2021. I couldn't even enjoy my retirement. I didn't have a retirement party or anything. And then my son's father passed away. He was also retired military, retired U.S. Marine Corps. He had sudden death. He just dropped dead. He was 47 years old. And so I was in the middle. I was in the middle of being sick. We were all grieving. And so basically 2022 rolled around. I started feeling better. My health started coming back. And I was like, okay, let's go. Let's get it. It's time to go. So we went to Ghana because me personally, I had always wanted to live in Ghana. I visited Ghana back in 2018. I loved it. It checked all the blocks for me. So I took my whole family to Ghana. My partner, our 3 children, and my elderly mother. That was her first time going out the country. That was probably like maybe her second time flying ever, because she had flew for the first time in 2021. So the year before. Yeah, so we went to Ghana for a month. and enjoyed it. So when we came back, we was like, okay, you know what? We fixing to do this thing. But we couldn't decide whether we were gonna go back to Ghana or go to Rwanda.
Okay.
But going to Ghana is what like set it off. We was ready to go because we felt so at peace. It was just so amazing. We loved it.
And Michael, what was your experience in Ghana?
Oh, I love that. Now, I will go back there. Now, right now, I do want to go to Rwanda more so of Ghana.
Okay.
And the only reason is because I've never been there.
Okay.
And Ghana, to me, is getting too much of, like America.
Yeah.
And that's just because everybody, you ask anybody, they know about Ghana. Yeah. Oh, Ghana. You hear that.
Everybody's going there.
You don't basically hear about Rwanda. And so I want to just go somewhere where nobody's talking about really and get that experience, because it ain't, it's probably cheaper to get land out there. It's probably cheaper to do a little bit more things other than Ghana. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Ghana. Man, when I got out there,
he loved it.
It was like, oh my goodness, welcome home, brother, and all that stuff. That feeling that you get as a black man, we already have it hard over here in America because of right now I'm growing locks. So that was another fear of mine, and I felt like I shouldn't have that fear on top of me just to grow my hair out and do something different. But I did. What do you hear over the other police scanners always? Oh, a black man with locks, or a black man with this, or a black man wearing a hoodie, he has this or that. You just get tired of hearing that. You want to be able to walk down the road. And that's what I was able to do in Ghana. I was able to walk down that road. Nobody was, hey, stop him or this right here. I passed right by a police officer, waves his hand at me, and they have guns on them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice. It's very nice and peaceful. You feel at home when you go, and that's what I love. Then the house that we were in, we had some, I don't know what you call it, but they cleaned the house for us and took care of the house when we wasn't there. And the house helped. So they were also nice. They kids came over and played with our kids and stuff. And it was just so like at home. If you from the country, it was that country feel there in Ghana.
Yes.
That's what really moved my heart into saying, hey, this is where I want to be. Let's go back home, sell everything, go back over here. I was mad when we had to leave. I was
I'm telling when I go to Gambia, I'll be ready to cry every time I get on the plane to come back.
Yes.
I'll be like, Lord, why can't my husband just see and feel what I feel? Like, oh my God, here we go again. But okay, so did you guys know that when you all went, did they have the free land then? Because they're giving you free land now in Ghana.
So I had heard about it, but I just never really researched into it because I hear a lot of conflicting things. I hear a lot of scams and stuff going on, and me, I don't like to lose money. Girl, I don't like to lose 2 pennies. And so, I've thought about wanting to build in Ghana, but I can't play them games right there, losing money and them stealing stuff off the land, and then oh no, baby, I'll turn.
You definitely got to pack your patience.
I will turn it out. Like they don't know. I can't play with my mental health like that because I'm very serious when it comes to money. So
I'm gonna tell you, listening to some of the YouTubers and what the interviews and what they experience over there on the continent when it comes to doing business deals and stuff like that. Look, I done pump my brakes a little bit because because I feel like you don't play with my money.
Exactly.
Do not play with my money. We work too hard for it, and they don't understand it. They think that the money just grow on trees. We can just reach up and just pull the money off a tree and we got it. So and of course all of them, most of the locals want to. Oh, you American? Okay, so let us hike the prices up so we can get some more of that US dollar. So, and if you don't know nobody, you gonna get got. Just seriously, you just gonna get got. But I've been traveling on the continent 20 years now. So, my first time going to the Gambia and Senegal was in 2006. So,
wow.
and I've been traveling. I travel over there. I missed maybe 2 years, but I go every year. I do not like to stay. My husband like, okay, you getting stir crazy now. Go on back home.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, it's time for me to put on my garb and go.
I can identify with that feeling.
Yep. Okay, so how did you prepare the kids for this adventure?
So we just pretty much sat them down. We talked to them about it. We showed them a lot of YouTube videos. Not only videos with just adults, we tried to show them some videos with other children that lived abroad. And I have friends from Ghana that lived, we were in San Antonio at the time. Some of my friends' kids would tell them their stories of visiting Ghana.
Okay.
So yeah. So
it was pretty much an easy transition for them.
No.
No.
They are very Americanized. And the crazy thing, Miss Tina, every country that we've been to, they do the same stuff. They go to the mall like they in America. We take them out to eat. They always going to different events and stuff. And they still didn't like it. We was just like, oh my goodness. Like they'll like it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But then they be like, nah, I'm ready to go back to America. And I'm like, okay, you guys are safe. You're doing the same things, and you're around people. Well, speaking of Ghana, you're around people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? So, you better appreciate this.
Majority.
Yeah.
Look like, especially on the continent,
Yes. What? I don't know. They something else. Well, we still working on them. So.
So they still prefer the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. they very American.
Is it because of their friends or family?
That?
Is it because of their friends or family?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Me personally, because at this point now, it's okay, just let's give them what they want. Let's just be here in America, let them graduate and go off and do what they want to do. Yeah. Vice versa of making them go over there, because if not, we're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing that, my personal opinion, don't move your kids if they don't want to move. Because if not, and you just move them wherever, because, they're kids, they have to do what we say. They're going to be spiteful. They're going to make sure that you have a messed up time. They're going to make sure that, hey, you don't go out and enjoy yourself, all because they don't want to be there. And you have to understand, and you have to accept that. And that's just what we done. We said, okay, we're going to give y'all what you want. You want to go back to America. You want to be in school. Understand. You miss your friends. I was the same way when my dad and mom was military. So I had to stop and think about that. We went off to Germany. We didn't want to go at first. You know what I'm saying? Because we like, hey, we got our friends there. Once we got over there, we liked it. But then we had to move again. So we was always moving around, and we were angry. So I said, okay, that's probably how they feel.
Yeah.
They always moving around. So let's get somewhere and let's get settled down and give them what they want. Give them back their friends and school and all that stuff there, because it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were
so how much longer do you got to wait before they graduate?
So now my 18-year-old son, he's autistic. So he'll be graduating this year. I'm going to graduate him. He'll just have to graduate from homeschool. The 15-year-old, she graduates in 2026, and then the 12-year-old graduates in 2030. So, yeah. And they didn't like homeschool. They like being able to just go and, socialize with their friends. They want to be able to go to prom, homecoming, stuff like that. They want that regular life. So, yeah.
I have a viewer on. Hey, Joan, do you want to come in? I can't hear what she's saying. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Do you want to come in? Okay, well, you don't have to say anything. Do you want to be on the screen, or do you want me to take you back out?
Take me back out. Out.
Take her back out. Okay. All right. So she's just gonna listen quietly. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So my next question. What were some of the financial maneuvers to make this dream happen?
Okay. So basically, how we had to prepare financially for this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, we just had to make sure our finances were in order, make sure we had some savings, make sure that our residual income was going to keep residuing, make sure it's going to keep coming in, being, and I'm very transparent, being as though that I'm retired from the reserve. I'm not entitled to my retirement pension until I'm 60, but I'm entitled to VA disability.
Okay.
So I get that. And so, with my son's father passing, he was able to draw his benefits.
That's wonderful.
Support. We had it coming in. I
Okay.
also taught part-time online. I taught English online part-time. I still do that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you make sure you want to save and just budget. Whenever you're getting ready to leave the country, we sold a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So we were able to pull in some money that way
Do you
by
regret
selling
that?
things, trying to cut out as many American bills.
Do you
Yeah, I do.
regret selling your things?
Yes, we were actually just talking
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't ever know what might happen when you go live abroad. Because you can get, and God forbid anybody that's watching or anybody that but you can fall sick.
Yeah.
Somebody in your family can fall sick to where you have to leave that luxury life about living abroad to coming back to America and starting over from scratch, getting a car, getting a place, getting furniture for that. That's expensive, especially when you done sold every single thing. So I would definitely say make up in your mind that, hey, I don't want to come back to America at all, or just don't sell everything.
Don't sell everything.
Because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And yes, I know I regret it that we sold everything, but hey, you live and you learn.
Yeah. It was
definitely. Right now, I'm paying for 3 storage units, and I get tempted to sell and bounce. I'm so tempted to sell and bounce, but like I said, I'm learning from YouTube and from the people that from other people's experiences. Like I'm learning from y'all just from interviewing with you guys.
Right.
So yeah, so
sound
I'm hold on my little thing, my little nuggets.
Yeah. Now, we sold mostly everything, but we did have a storage, and we still have it. So we came from San Antonio. Right now, we're kicking it in Houston, just chilling out. Our house will be ready on the 18th. So yeah, we have a storage down there. But like Michael was saying, me personally, if we could do it all over again, I wouldn't sell everything. And I probably, maybe like that first year of living abroad, I probably wouldn't live the whole year abroad. I would probably live 6 months abroad. Let me see how I like it. You know what I'm saying? And if you really make up in your mind that you like it and you don't want to come back, maybe then sell some stuff. But if we could do it all over again, I probably would have just probably Airbnb my house out, just strip it down to the essentials. And put like our personal stuff in storage, Airbnb it out, the cars, maybe get someone to manage it and rent them out through Turo, because that's income while you abroad. And then you always have somewhere to come back to, and you always have a car to come back to. So you really have to plan it smart. Like we've been sitting up here just kind of doing what we call in the military an after action review. Like, okay, what did we do wrong? What could we have done? You know, and so that's one of the things that we would definitely have done. We wouldn't have sold everything because it may not work out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And see, I'm what do you say? Optimist. So I always look at everything positively and everything gonna go right, you know. And I'm never prepared for when things go boom. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you like that. You like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you sold everything. So my next question, which you pretty much answered, that means you didn't ship anything to Mexico.
No.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, hold on. We did bring in like some small appliance, like this small stuff. Nothing big though. No cars, no furniture, nothing
And
like that.
I brought that when I came this last time. I brought I went and bought a suitcase and just packed up the main necessities that
like my mixer that I love.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite pots and stuff like that. Little stuff, but nothing big. Nah.
How was it doing business over in Mexico?
So it was okay. I think it's just probably like anywhere else. You know, you have your ups and downs. You know, you get your client base. You have some people that's gonna complain about it. Some people that's gonna try to scam you. Some people that's gonna try to play you. But I think it went just like it would have went anywhere else. You know, we cooked. We had basically a ghost kitchen restaurant. Just order delivery only. You order online and we deliver it or get someone else to deliver it. And we just found out that business wasn't for us. But because they didn't have soul food there. And so then we went into hair. We sold hair products online and stuff like that. That went well. And we sold grocery items online too, black eyed peas, canned collard greens. Now that went really well. The retail went well, but the food, because with the hot food, everybody cooked different. Some people, you didn't put enough salt in it or whatever. And I'm like, look, I'm not trying to see glory because we got to eat this food too. We're going to feed it. And we cook enough to feed our family too. And we ain't putting all this salt in it, we got stuff. And, you just had your picky customers and stuff. And I just figure, okay, it's not for me, So we will sell you the groceries and let you cook and mess up your own food. And so that went great. That went really good.
Okay. All right. So compare living in Ghana for a month to living in Merida for a year. And I want to hear from both of y'all.
So, I really enjoyed Ghana. The only reason why we ended up, because we were in Costa Rica too. We was in Costa Rica. Yeah, we went to Costa Rica after Ghana, and then we went to Mexico. The only reason why we were there was because my mother got sick after we came back from Ghana. She had some blockage in her heart, and we ended up having to put her into a rehabilitation facility in our hometown in Florida. So she wasn't able to travel with us, and I didn't want to go back to Africa and be too far from her. But we had already told the landlord we wasn't extending the lease, and we hadn't sold everything, so we had to go. So that's why we're supposed to stick around North America. So I personally prefer Ghana because the people look like me. It's an English-speaking nation. They have the foods that I like. They have the fashion that I like. It's all about people that look like me. Now, Mexico is a close second to Ghana because they're melanated as well. But, they don't have the soul food or the African food and stuff like that. They don't have the hair care products and everything like that. And then they're a Spanish-speaking nation. Now, it was nice or whatever, but Ghana just checked all the blocks for me personally. If my mom hadn't have been sick, we would have been in Africa, easy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my comparison.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will say that the roads in Mexico were kind of better. They were better.
Yeah.
They had nicer facilities
Mm-hmm.
in Mexico. And also Mexico is they're both very family oriented, but Mexico is more what's the word? They have a lot of stuff set up for disabled people, a lot of ramps and parking spots and you know, elevators and stuff like that. And when we were in Ghana, we had a lot of issues with that because my mom has to be in a wheelchair sometimes. And it wasn't really like handicap accessible in a lot of places. So yeah, but you know, all in all, I still prefer Ghana, you know.
Okay, Michael, go ahead. I want to hear from you.
Me personally, I do love Ghana. I don't take anything away from Ghana. But I fell in love with Costa Rica, the Caribbean side.
Really?
Simple fact, it was water. I love being near water. It does something to you. And we can walk. We didn't, but we could walk outside barefooted. We can walk down the street and go to this bar and grab a nice bite to eat. And it's not expensive. It's cheap to me. I think it was cheaper than Mexico because all of this 5 of us, and shoot, you know, in America, that bill is like $200, $300 when we go out to eat.
Yeah.
There, we probably
easily
about $50, if that, for all of us. You know, and it wasn't my middle child. She wasn't with us, but it was just 4 of us. But still, and well, you know, you just got to look at all of that, your pros and cons, and that to me, it took everything for me to leave there as well. Because I love that little beach feeling, you know, the monkeys in the trees and stuff. And, you know, they didn't come down, of course, because I'm glad they didn't because my son would have ran. You know, it's just that feeling, man. If you do want to go somewhere, I would definitely say visit, you know, Costa Rica, the Caribbean side. I'm not familiar with the terms because my partner, she makes all the plans for everything.
Yeah.
I love that. Being able to go out there in the water and, you know, be out there and just eating and stuff. Mexico, it's all right. Me personally, I didn't fall in love with it because they don't know personal space. I'm a big, like when I go shopping, I want to be able to shop. I don't want to have to play bumper cars with people in the middle of the aisle. And that's one of the things that I felt very frustrated about, even with the driving. I'm not your best driver in the world, but when I'm driving, I don't want no moped on the side of me to where I can hit. But that's what you get when you get there. And you just accept it, you know? So I just said, hey, okay, nope, we don't need to rent another vehicle, baby. We don't need to extend this. I'm going to stay away from the road. I'm going to stay at home. You order the groceries. You go get them. I help put them away because you have to. I was getting angry.
Yeah.
I was getting very angry with going to the grocery store, overcrowded grocery stores and stuff. So I was getting too mad with that. So me personally, I would love to go back to Costa Rica. Yes, Ghana is good. But me, I said when we retire, I want to go up to Rwanda.
Okay.
Rwanda is where I would love to be at.
Okay. So what was your okay, well you basically said your shopping. What about your dining and entertainment experience? In both places, Mexico. Well, 3 places because you mentioned Costa Rica, Ghana, and Mexico. What was your experience with the dining and entertainment experience? And did your kids enjoy it? As far as the entertainment
part,
yeah.
Anytime you going out to eat and shopping and all that stuff, they're gonna enjoy that. All the same. Well, I noticed in Mexico. So if you compare Mexico and the U.S. as far as cost, the costs are the same as far as going out to eat. Costa Rica was a little bit less expensive.
Yeah.
Ghana, depending on where you go, it could be less expensive. If you go to like a local chop shop, shoot, you can feed the whole family for $20.
Yeah.
And
the food be good. And it really is good.
Yeah, but if you go to like a major restaurant, you're probably gonna pay a little more, probably about $60. It was probably about $60, $70 to feed, and it was 6 of us at the time in Ghana.
Yeah, that's still not bad.
Yeah, but they all of them had nice restaurants, all 3 countries, nice restaurants, nice entertainment facilities. They were all family-oriented countries. I can say that. You know, you go out, you see the grandma. Well, okay, so let me take this back. I know in Costa Rica and Mexico, you will see all generations out together. The grandmama, a great grandmama, they pushing the wheelchair and stuff. Now in Ghana, you really didn't see a lot of the older people out. Not at all, because they was just staring at us when we had my mama pushing the wheelchair. Like Big Mama was supposed to be at home pounding fufu. Why y'all not hurting the ball like this?
I was going to ask you, did your mom watch the kids while y'all went out and partied?
They sat at home with her sometimes. Yeah. You know, they were pretty much old enough to watch themselves. So yeah. But yeah, they all had nice dining and entertainment facilities. All of them. Yeah.
Now that I do agree with, because all of them had something to do for your the whole family, basically. You know, to where they can get out and really enjoy themselves, you know, and don't have to just sit in the house. Yeah. So we definitely have that.
Okay. Let me get to I think I done hit all my questions, y'all. So, because you wanted to go to your list, what you said your pros and cons.
Yeah, so yes, ma'am, we have a list of pros and cons. So we pretty much found a similarity. All the countries were pretty much similar in a lot of ways. So pretty much the pros and cons we're going to go over. They're pretty much the same in all the country. If it's not, then we'll say so. Well, first we want to start off with the pros. Each country was very safe, very low crime. You didn't have to be like paranoid about somebody like robbing you, killing you, shooting you, you know, anything like that. You want to add to that, babe?
Yeah, it was that was surprising to me that it was safe. You know, that you can actually walk at night and during the day. And I don't want to like say like, hey, don't have your guard up, because you always want to have your guard up no matter where you go. But the areas that we were in, they were very safe in gated communities in each place. We was in a gated community. So that was a blessing within itself to be able to find a place in a gated community to where it's safe and nobody's, hey, what are you doing here? Or you're not supposed to be in this area or whatever the case may be. So, you know, it's very nice. Yeah,
and the children can play. You know, kind of like, and that's what I like. The children can go outside and be children. They can play. Yeah. You don't have to worry about your kids being kidnapped or getting in being shot in a drive-by or anything like that. It just reminded me, each place reminded me so much of like the 80s in America, old days when everybody was outside, because those kids in them countries, they outside playing. Yeah. Of them are inside on electronics like our kids in America are now. And you don't hear about like school shootings and stuff like that over there. And, you know, I love that for my children. I always said I wanted them to kind of have a childhood like I had. You know, I was play outside all day, you know, in the dirt, just having fun with my friends. So that is definitely there. It's kind of like you go back in time when you go to places, you know, so that was nice. The next pro is that the people were very nice, very warm, very nice, helpful people when it came to socializing. Now, doing business is another story. That's down in the cons. But the people are very nice.
Yeah, they're super nice. You know, everybody that I ran into, they were all speaking and everything. Some of them didn't even know us. You know, one guy that came up to me and he seen me in the grocery store. I don't know what was going on in his mind, but he just said he was feeling good. He gave me a hug, rubbed my stomach and everything. Like, man, hold up. Yeah. So, you know, I just laughed it off and just, you know, said, okay, okay, cool. No problem. He walked past with his wife and stuff, and shake and stuff. So, yeah, he probably was drunk, but you know, he was feeling good, and he didn't care, and that was the whole thing. He didn't care. Like, it wasn't trying to, hey, let me give you a hug to pickpocket or something like that, or got on you, or you know, gay tours or nothing like that. He just was a good guy. You know, and he was like, so okay, cool, man. You know, so I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next pro, the weather. The weather was really nice, except for when we went to Costa Rica, we didn't know that we went during the rainy season. That's why the tickets were so low.
Oh no.
But it was still beautiful though. Yeah. So, you know, you don't really hear me talk a lot about Costa Rica. You hear him talk more about it only because we were there 3 months. My autistic son, he really had a hard time adjusting there. Like, his behavior had gotten really bad. So that's why we didn't stay in Costa Rica that long. But it's so beautiful though. It really reminded me of Hawaii. And we lived in Central Valley in Costa Rica. Towards the end of our stay, we went out to the Caribbean side, to the black side. It was like, this is where we supposed to be.
Now. Speak on it. Educate the system.
Yeah, it was so beautiful out there. A lot of Jamaicans. It was just, so that's why he said if we ever go back, you know, it would be to the Caribbean side and not Central Valley. Because in Central Valley, the black people are like specks in Central Valley. You know, it's, we here and there, you know, but the Caribbean side, baby, that's where we at. They had the hair store out there.
I'm gonna have to go Google.
It's nice. It's really nice.
It's really nice.
The people are really nice. We met pretty much like, we only visited for like 4 days, but we made a few lifelong friends out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have everything for you out there. You know, shoot, they even have Big Mama that'll pick you up from the bus station.
Yeah.
Out there. She takes you wherever you gotta go.
Sure did.
And, you know, and she didn't even know us. And she, I walked down the street and she knew, and waving at everybody, and it made you feel like you were in a country because she was waving at everybody.
Blowing on.
Everybody she walked by had passed, she was waving at them, talking to them out the window, and it's like, okay, that's that home feeling. That's that good feeling. You know, auntie, uncle, or whatever, and it's really nice.
Yeah, to this day, we still stay in contact with her. I call her auntie, so definitely like family.
That's what I love about being in the Gambia or anywhere in West Africa, because I just touched the ground on Ethiopia, on East Africa, so I haven't really just stayed to visit. But that's what I love in West Africa. Everybody call you auntie or uncle, you know, and it just make you feel like you're in the country, just so welcoming, you know. And I really miss that. And like you said, it makes you feel. I go back to the 70s. I'm older than y'all, so I mean, it makes me feel like I'm back in the 70s, you know, and the 80s. But I mean, but more or less like in the 70s. And man, I mean, I just love it when I'm over there. But anyway, continue.
Yes, ma'am. So next is the low cost of living. You can get a house, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house. Probably less than $1,000. In some places, less than $500, $1,000 per month renting, or $500 per month. So,
and which country?
Ghana. They have places, but even though with Ghana you have to pay it all up front, or you have to pay 6 months up front, but it's broken. It's pretty much like $500 per month. Some of the houses are. Mexico, you can get a $500. Now our rent wasn't $500 a month because we had special circumstances. Being as though we had an autistic child, we needed to be in a certain type of neighborhood and have certain amenities for him. But I know friends that pay $500 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. In Costa Rica, we had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. We only paid $750 per month for it.
Wow.
So yeah, the cost of living as far as rent, routine doctor appointments now, not hospitalizations, dental, things like that, Ubers is very low, very cheap,
Oh,
you know.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let's see. So Mexico and Costa Rica were near the US, like a 2-hour flight, you know, maybe fly to Houston, then go on to your next destination. So that was a pro, very close to the US. I know we spoke on this before. They had a lot of nice restaurants in each country, a lot of American restaurants and companies, KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, a lot of Chili's, a lot of different American companies like in Costa Rica and Mexico, Home Depot, Sears, Payless. Payless.
I didn't see Payless when I was in Merida, but I did see Walmart's. We shopped at Walmart's and Costco's, and when we ate at Texas Roadhouse, I'm like, oh, shucks, it got Fridays too.
Yeah. So Payless was actually in Costa Rica. I want to say Costa Rica and Mexico had Radio Shack, just some of the most. So, did you want to add to that?
Now with the eating out with a lot of those restaurants, I don't know how anybody else feel, but I know that working in food for 25 years, you could taste the difference over there compared to over here. The food to me, it tastes a lot fresher over there because they don't have all those different ingredients and pesticides and all that stuff. Fruit, meat, whatever you want, it tastes different to me. You know, they leave their eggs out over there while we put our eggs in the refrigerator.
I know. You noticed that?
Yeah, you know, and it tastes different.
Yeah.
If you sit down and you actually taste it, it tastes different.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that all stood out, you know. And that's what I like about a lot of those countries we visited and stuff. And it's like, okay, you know, you want to lose weight, go out, leave America.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm telling you, I don't even be trying to lose weight when I go to the Gambia. But every time I come back, I'm 10 pounds less.
Yeah.
And probably because I walk more when I'm over there. And then you know, and again, you feel safe, so you feel like you can just walk different places and stuff. You know what I mean? And then just the stress, you know, just from the stress be gone. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was actually one of my pros: better food quality, less chemicals in the food, and we noticed in Ghana, Costa Rica, and Mexico about the egg situation. The eggs sit out. You don't put them in the refrigerator. Right. So that was good. I'm glad, you know, we got, you know, to experience that. I'm sure it improved our health. These countries are very family oriented. They're very serious about family. They believe in taking care of one another. You very rarely see elders in nursing homes in these countries. They, you know, they take care of their elderly family members. There are some of the countries that are getting nursing homes and assisted living facilities, but for the most part, they take care of their elderly. They have really close families. They have a lot of events together. You know, they celebrate a lot of things. If you have an appointment with the maintenance guy and if he's running late, it's probably because he had to go to a baby shower. That baby shower means more to him than, you know,
making money.
Yeah. So they put family events over everything. And I love it, actually. I like it. So now I'm gonna, you know what? Let me go back. Good medical. So I know in Costa Rica and Mexico, the medical was really good. Routine doctor appointments, very low cost. You could probably go to the cardiologist for like $40 or something like that. Yeah.
And they come out to you.
Yeah, and they'll come to you. They'll do house calls. There were times We had the doctor to come to the house to check us out. Just very convenient. They're very thorough. They'll sit with you and explain things to you. You're going to get that whole hour plus some more for $40.
Wow.
Yeah, so that I appreciate. That I'm really going to miss because
And you pay cash to them?
Yes, you pay cash, debit card, mobile money. Yeah, so I went to a doctor's appointment here in the U.S. Yesterday, and the doctor was trying to say, no, your problem ain't da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, here we go, back to this mess, But yeah, very good medical, very good doctors. Actually, a lot of them train in the U.S. and in Europe and places like that. Yeah. So now we're going to get into the cons real quick. First one, language barrier. Like I said, you at least want to try to learn the basics. The greetings, where the bathroom at. Things like this. Yeah. Did you want to add to that?
Nope.
Okay. So, we eventually kind of got over the language barrier at some point because he learned some words. He's saying he didn't pick up nothing. You know how to say hola, buenos dias, buenos tardes, noches. Yeah.
And all that other difficult stuff.
So, yeah.
Don't talk to me in that.
So, the translator helps out. And then some of the locals, some of them, they will know a little English. But what surprised me, though, the children picked it up fast. Yeah. They were able to learn Spanish really quickly. So they would translate for us sometimes,
Wow.
Yeah, children learn a foreign language a lot easier than adults. Yeah, so, yeah. So bad drivers, girl. Oh my God. Was terrible. Costa Rica wasn't bad. Mexico, terrible. They gonna turn 2 lanes into 3 or 4 lanes.
Yeah, now Costa Rica, we never had a problem in Costa Rica with the driving. Now we didn't drive, but even riding in Ubers, we were sitting there thinking, like, we didn't have no problems with them in Costa Rica with the driving. Once we got to Mexico, it was like you're on NASCAR. During Ghana, it's like you're on NASCAR. It's like they're in a rush. I don't know where they're going to, but they in a rush. They getting it. You better get out the way. And I would tell anybody, if you don't know how to drive or you're not a very good driver, don't drive in Mexico. Because if not, you're in a wreck. Then it's not no wreck like here, where you get in a wreck, you exchange, documents or whatever, insurance companies, and then you're not going nowhere. They getting the police out there and stuff, and you're not gonna go nowhere. They get and some of them, like my partner was saying, you go to jail. Yeah. So
they work
if you don't know how to drive, I wouldn't just get over there and say, oh well, let me rent a car. Get out there and you get hit somebody on the scooter, and they're gonna blame it on you, even though they're riding in that middle lane. That ain't no lane, man. The lines are there for a reason. They're gonna blame it on you, And so, hey, what do?
And they have these things in Mexico called roundabouts. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I remember the roundabouts. Yeah.
It's like ready, set, go. You just go. Right. It was crazy. Like, oh my God. Yeah. So to add to the traffic and lots of traffic, bad roads. I know Ghana had a lot of bad roads. Oh my God. Them potholes, they will unlock your doors and change your radio station. They so bad. Costa Rica's roads weren't really bad. Mexico, they had good roads, but in some areas they were bad. So and then next con, you have to pay for school. Most international children, most kids from America, if they're going to go to an international school, you have to pay fees. Even if you're just going to homeschool, you're going to have to pay for some type of program or some kind of books or something. At least we did. Unless there's something out there that we don't know, we had to pay for that stuff. And so, yeah, we had to pay a pretty penny because, we're serious about their education and everything.
Yeah.
For us, in all three countries, groceries cost the same as the US. Everywhere groceries are expensive.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to get a US brand, that's even more expensive because you got to pay the import fees and all that stuff. So yeah, the food, very expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see here. In Mexico, actually, no, let me start with Ghana. In Ghana, you couldn't drink the tap water, but you could cook with it.
Yes.
In Costa Rica, you could drink and cook with the tap water. Mexico, couldn't drink the tap water and you couldn't cook with it. So we was always buying water. Always water. Lord forbid we run out of water. It's like we just, butt out, and you also couldn't flush the toilet paper in Mexico. Now, we were initially told that we could, but then our sewage line backed up and they was like, nah, y'all can't flush it no more. I still flushed it because, I don't think it's hygienic. They want you to put it in a trash can. I'm not doing that. Our autistic son, that's a hard habit to break. No. So yeah, you can't flush your toilet paper in Mexico. Their septic systems are not built for toilet paper. Yeah. And so, okay, some places won't have the food you like. I noticed, so the food was excellent in Ghana and Costa Rica. Mexico, and they didn't really have like a lot of soul food and stuff like that. You had to sneak collard greens in or bring in some collard greens in a can. Yeah, some places may have something, but you may have to go to like 2 or 3 stores to complete your list.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a frustration. And then they didn't have in Mexico, they didn't have like certain hair care items for black hair. They had like Shea Moisture and things like that, and that's why we got into the hair care business. Well, we sold items online and stuff. There was another young lady out there that had sold the items before we got started. So the works of opening a beauty supply store. Let's see here. There are a lot of power, water, and internet outages in Ghana and Mexico. I don't go through it in Costa Rica.
No, we didn't go through no.
Yeah, we didn't go through it in Costa Rica. So,
wow.
Yeah. Towards the end in Mexico, it was just terrible. It was like stuff was just going out every day. And we actually ended up leaving a little earlier than we expected because, I had a lot of VA appointments, C&P exams. I work online. The kids go to school online, and I'm losing money because I don't play about money. And then and so we was just like, okay, we out of here.
So y'all packed it up.
Yeah. I also noticed going to the next con. I noticed in Costa Rica. Well, at least Central Valley, Costa Rica, and Mexico, I didn't really like the fashion there. I didn't like their clothing. And then, if you got like big feet, they don't really sell large shoes and stuff like that. So you have to order things off of Amazon. They do have Amazon, but it may take forever for it to come in. And you may pay double the cost of what you would pay in America again because import fees.
That's painful.
Yeah. So that's pretty much our list. Did you want to say anything?
No. Well, yeah. I'm saying no, but then I'm gonna talk. Yeah. Just like she was saying, if you know your own fashion, I would suggest you go ahead and order it before you ever leave or whatever. If you want a new wardrobe set, just go ahead and order it that way to get there quicker than it would if you're across the water or whatever, or wherever you're at, because if not, you're going to be mad. I don't know your fashion or whatever, but you know what kind of taste you like. Yeah. I would say you take whatever it is that you like. If it's food, Now you can't take beef for whatever reason.
You can't take raw meat and certain vegetables, fresh vegetables.
Right. You can't take none of that stuff there. Even if the ingredients that's in something that you have has beef on it, they're going to take it away from you.
Beef or pork?
Beef and pork.
Oh, okay.
Because the guy was looking at it. When I brought our glory greens, if I'm not mistaken, when I brought the glory greens over, they were looking and reading the ingredients on there. And the guy was like, he went through it. They let me bring it over. So, I think it's either beef or pork that you cannot take in, especially Mexico. So it's like, okay, there must be something about our beef over here that they don't want to bring in, and vice versa. When we came back over here, they threw away, the sandwiches that my daughter had made when we went through immigration coming back here. So it's like, hey, do you have this or that on your sandwiches? Like, no, we don't. Is there something about it? So, just watch what you take over there, but enjoy yourself. Because that would be my take on all three experiences. I enjoyed myself all three places. But again, retirement is look like we're wonderful.
Okay. Well, look, I know now that I'll have a place to visit.
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna invite myself. Okay, so when y'all get settled, y'all make sure y'all let me know.
Sure will.
We sure will.
If I could ever talk my husband into going to Gambia, y'all are invited.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I definitely want to visit Gambia. I did my African ancestry, so I got to get to Sierra Leone. That's where my maternal lineage is from. Okay. Yeah, I did that test. So we're from the Timni tribe in Sierra Leone and the Balanta tribe in Guinea-Bissau. So, I think all Black people all African Americans and those in the diaspora need to take that African ancestry test so you can know your roots. Because Sierra Leone, they are giving out citizenship based on the results of that test. So yeah.
And look, I'm gonna have to try to introduce my husband to Michael. Maybe Michael can inspire him.
Yeah.
I would talk to him if he wants to talk to me. Now, again, I'm blunt with everything that I say, but I'm a firm believer in just pray about it. Yeah. I'm a very big believer in just praying about that thing, and God will let you know when it's time for you to move.
Yeah, he will.
See, right now, it may not be time for him to move, and he's listening to God. Mm-hmm. So we always have to put God back in the picture of everything that we do. Yeah. So it may not be time for him to say, hey, okay, baby, I want to move over there to what you call it. When God tugs that man's heart to want to move to Gambia with you, ain't nothing that nobody could say or nobody could do to make him change his mind. He's going to go ahead and move. So just pray about that thing, and he'll work it out.
Amen. I've been praying for him. Lord Jesus, I'm like, Lord, when you go touch his heart?
I'll tell you what, listen.
Huh?
If Trump go back into office, we leaving again.
Y'all don't care what the kids say, huh?
Don't care what they say. We headed to Rwanda.
Oh my God. Look, when he got in office, I'm telling you, I busted out crying like a big kid. I just thought, we in trouble.
Yeah, those were hard times for
I was like,
Black Americans.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, look, guys, I promised y'all an hour because I keep talking. So I have truly and thoroughly enjoyed you guys coming on my channel. I thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. And I know we're going to do this again. And you can invite me anytime on your channel, Cece. You know that.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
If I'm ever in where y'all at, Houston or San Antonio, I say, I'm on my way. I'll stop by and say, hey.
Please
on
do.
my way to Mexico to see my daughter.
Yes, please do. Stop by.
I got a layover somewhere.
You're always welcome.
Yes. So shout your channel out, Cece, so we can get some subscribers. Okay,
so on YouTube, we are Pray Travel Eat. Okay. Same on TikTok, Pray Travel Eat. And we also have a Facebook page, same thing, Pray Travel Eat. So those are the 3 platforms we're on. Yeah.
All right. So guys, you all heard that. Y'all go over there, subscribe to her channel, give her some love. And guys, always share this video so we can get some likes and more subscribers. And again, we love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank everybody for tuning in. And I guess that's it.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you for having us. We love you too. Take care.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.